Hey, am I live? This is my first time doing this live from my laptop. Usually I have my cell phone on. Okay, am I live? I'm live now. I started talking a few minutes ago, and this is my first time doing this live from my laptop. Usually I do it on my cell phone. But anyways, I hope you guys can see me and hear me. This is the new setup right now in my home office, which is really the bedroom. And I have this window right in front, so you get a lot of light on me, so I look kind of washed out. Tried to put some makeup on so I look decent, but I don't think it's making a difference. And I even closed the blinds, but still it's going through, and this is what I look like, and you get what you get. So I wanted to say hi and see how you guys are doing. It's been about a week and a half now that we're all in this together. How are you guys doing? How are you feeling? Overwhelmed, depleted, encouraged? The feelings and the emotions are full gamut, I find. And I found a lot of silver linings despite of everything that's happening. There's a few silver linings for me personally, and I'd love to know yours too. If you can just pop them in the comments below. Eventually, I'll be able to see them in this whole new live streaming thing. Not very familiar with them. But anyways, for me, the silver lining is because there are no activities, there's no commitments to anything. We're home. I don't have to drive around or wait around for the kids. I'm having more time to do things intentionally. And that goes through everything with not just my business and showing up here more often. And I find I'm showing up more on social often and being and showing what I'm doing. And hopefully it inspires you guys or shows you what's going on my end, and if you guys can relate at all. I'm also seeing that I'm more having more time and intention, uh, spending more quality with the children, with my kids, and ensuring that they're doing things the way I really wanted them to do. Like, tying a shoe, for instance. We was kind of like, okay, just go, 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 and never really figured it out. And those are little things that these guys need to know how to do. Boil water, make coffee. I'm kidding. But all these little things, life skills that we hope our kids can grasp through us. Now is the time that we can implement them and with intention and meaningfulness and with a whole bigger picture um, for them to see why we're doing the things that we're doing on a daily. Why do we wake up in the morning and get dressed and wash our face and make our beds every morning, you know? So those are little things that I'm noticing. It's a silver lining here. And we're also taking walks. We're intentionally going outside and just observing. And it's great because the other day on Sunday was really nice. We walked further from our house, further away, and we took a longer walk than usual. And we saw so many people outside. Yeah, it was kind of tricky to dodge them as we came across, as we crossed paths, or if we came near each other. It was tricky to dodge them, and I felt it was kind of weird to avoid people and keep that respected distance. Um, but despite that, I found that we were so much open and more welcoming and smiling at people we've never ever seen before. We're actually looking at the people, eye contact, even drivers passing by will wave at them, we'll pass by and say, "Good morning, how are you?" I don't know. Whenever we took walks with the kids, it was always like, okay, we're going for a walk and then we're taking off and just walk, 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 and don't get hit by a car, stay on this side of the street. It was always, so just but this time it was, or these days now, it's so like liberating, I find. I don't know, don't you? Do you? If you do, write them in the comments below. I'd love to know and hear from you and see if we're all feeling the same things. So, anyways, I wanted to check in here with you guys, and I had written these notes about three things because I think it's important for us to set goals for ourselves and, daily goals, weekly goals. It's great. I know it's really tough because our whole family dynamic and home situation is really tough, especially if you're working from home and you're trying to, make ends meet and do the job done, get your job done, and then you have constant interruptions with the kids. It's really hard. Um, you know, all the power to you guys and to everyone there, really needing to have to do this on their own. I really, I feel for you guys a lot, and I'm here trying to help, give you some ideas and help in any way I can, um, to also keep your home life going and flowing, and for your children to stay occupied, and but also in a positive way. And so, anyways, before I get into a preach thing going on here, I just wanted to give you, three things to set for yourself. So I was thinking, could I set this thing, three things every day? But I was like, it's too hard. It's too much. It's a lot. It's overwhelming. So how about we set three things that we intentionally or plan on doing for the week? All right. So stay with me here if you're still like, oh my God, this is too much. Just try to stick with me. And if you don't get to all three, that's okay. If you attempt to get to three or even to one, that's great. You're doing wonderful. You're doing something towards it. So the first thing would be to think, one goal for you set yourself is to set something personally for you. It can be a physical goal, um, journaling. So physical meaning like, get a workout in, or you just have some time for stretching and meditation, even if it's 5 minutes or 10 minutes, personally for yourself, just to brain dump and empty your mind into a journal. And I was talking with a girlfriend the other day, and she said she was very interested in journaling, but she's not very consistent with it. And I said, okay, when you journal, maybe set the journal and set yourself for success, and set your journal in the area where you most likely relax or tend to unwind in, or have feel the most inspiration from, in a space in your room, in your home. So if it's early in the morning, set your journal by your nightstand or on the table or your dresser. If it's at night, 5 o'clock or 7 o'clock, end of day, and it's in the den, then set your journal there. Or if it's an afternoon coffee, then set your journal where your coffee and you're going to have your coffee. It's just so that when you want to journal, well, set yourself up for success and place your things where it's accessible to you. Just like working out, if you want to do stretching in the mornings, well, set your mat or set your water bottle and everything ready, so it's there waiting for you when the time that you set it for is ready. Okay, I'm hearing footsteps and running. I'm not sure if the kids are going to come in, but I just heard the older one say, "Don't go in, she's working." So got my guard dog in the front and love it. Um, Back to this. So set a personal goal for yourself this week and attempt to do it. If it is 5 minutes for yourself, just to close the door, if it's even to plug the kids in and just say, okay, we're gonna have quiet time for 10 minutes. You guys do your tablet time, and you're just gonna go in your room and or your office space and just like breathe. Do it. I encourage you so much. The second thing would be, um, something productive with the family. And this is where the house stuff comes in. If there was a project or something, it's been like in the back of your mind, amongst other things, do it now. Try it. Just pick one thing. Like this week, my project was to really fix the kids' office slash playroom slash our storage area, and their whole supplies, their office and arts and craft supplies. So I'm pretty proud of myself. Yes, we did it last night, and we finished like at 10 o'clock. But I'm going to show you some pictures after this of what our their office space looks like now, and it's super clean and it's really organized. And and I'll also show you the inspirational picture that I had taken on Instagram, the picture that inspired me actually, and what my space looks like. So using that, it's not exactly, but it's an inspiration for me, and I went for it, and I'm pretty happy with it. So little projects that you could do with the family together. If it's, even life skill things. You want to teach your children how to put their clothes away properly? Well, make me try that for this whole week. This is how you put your pants together. This is how you don't dump your underwear and your socks in the drawer. because in the long run, this is all going to help you out in the future, because you're not going to be able, one, to be doing it once everything starts going back to normal. You're not going to have time to teach them, or even to like make sure that they're doing it. But also, you're teaching them to be a little bit more independent, so that you don't have to do it, because you're not supposed to do it for the rest of their life, right? Now, the third thing is, try to implement a structure if you don't have one yet, or you're who calls here in the morning? Uh-oh. It's going to ring a few times. But try to implement a structure with the kids. So we implemented one early. We have a morning routine. So I mentioned it before. You wake up, you get out of before you even step into the rest of the house, these things need to be done. Okay. Now we're starting after meals to help the family out, is everybody takes care of their plate and their crumbs. The table needs to be wiped, the floors need to be swept, and everything needs to be okay. And it's not on one person, which is usually me, and it sucks. You know what I mean? So, not to take too much of your time, I see that I already did, but I would love to hear or write what you guys are up to this week, and what your goals are for your personal, your little projects for your family, and something that a little structure implementation, something new that you've been meaning to do or you never thought about doing. And you know what? You have time to do it now. Try it for the week. I'd love to hear from you and see how you guys are doing and how I can help you more and encourage you to get further on with your day and feel successful and less overwhelmed and have more clarity. All right. So I hope you guys have a great week and a great day. Enjoy, and every little bit helps. All right. Take care, guys. See you soon.